So now we're back to Godot docs, getting started. Our first 2D game, heads-up display. All right. So the final piece our game needs is a user interface, or UI, to display things like score, a game over message, and a restart button. All right. We're going to create a new scene, click the other node button, and add a CanvasLayer node named HUD. Okay, let's start with that. Let's come over here and start a new scene. What are we calling it? HUD? Yeah. Scene, new scene. Other node. CanvasLayer. CanvasLayer. It's already on the screen. There it is. Create it. And let's rename this heads up display. Boom. All right. So let's go to the next part. HUD stands for heads up display. Oh, yeah. Anyway, an informational display that appears as an overlay on top of the game view. Okay. Very true. It's like anyway, whatever. Stuff you do with Photoshop. So the CanvasLayer node lets us draw our UI elements on a layer above the rest of the game. True. So that the information it displays isn't covered up by any game elements like the player or mobs. Yeah, we've seen this a ton. We know what heads-up displays are. The HUD needs to display the following info. Score, changed by score timer. A message such as game over or get ready. And a start button to begin the game. All right. So the basic node for UI elements is control. To create our UI, we're going to use two types of control nodes, label and button. Okay. Okay. We're going to create the following as children of the HUD node. When do we actually use the control? Oh, we'll learn that later, hopefully. Advanced techniques. Okay, so we're going to make two labels, a button and a timer. Let's start with that. Let's go HUD, Control A. I said Control A. Label. Two labels. One. Let's make another one by clicking HUD and doing Control A. That's not it. Control A. Label again. Something in timer. I forgot though. Button and timer. Let's do it. So back to HUD. Control A. Button. Button, okay, and then back to HUD, Control A, timer. All right, and create it. Okay, so now we got these. We got to rename them to stuff. Score label message. So let's just say score in front of label. Score label. Enter. Down one. Enter again. Message. Message, okay. Enter, and let's go see what the other two are. Start button and message timer. So start and message. So we'll go down one, enter, left, start, enter, down, enter, left, message? I forgot what it was. Message timer, yep. Anyway, let's try it again. Message timer. Boom. All right, great. So now we got that. Let's see what's next. We're going to click on this score label and type a number into the text field in the inspector. Let's do that. Score label, number in text field. Score label, text field, 0. Let's go to 2D and check it out. All right, so there it is right there. If we want to zoom in, when we're looking at it, it's very blurry. It's very, very blurry, very blurry. So there we go. Let's get that out of there. We'll change it up to something else later. Actually, no, it'll be 0 later. We'll keep it 0. All right, so let's go. Actually, let's not. All right, so let's go back here and see what's next. All right, click on the score label. We did that. The default font for control node is small, true, and doesn't scale well. It doesn't look like it would. There is a font file included in the game assets called Zolonium regular.ttf. To use this font, we're going to do the following. We're going to go under Theme Overrides, Fonts, choose Load, and select Zolonium regular TTF. All right. So let's go do that. Theme Override font loads. All right. So Theme Override is down here in Control, we saw. So Control Theme Override. Fonts. Load. And fonts and Zolonium regular. Boom. So we got that in there. What else do you want? Done. What else do you want? The font size is still too small. We're going to increase it to 64 under Theme Override Font Sizes. So right under fonts, we're doing that. Let's go do that before we go to the next sentence. Font sizes. Let's get rid of this. Now let's get this one open. Let's turn this 1 pixel to 64. Enter. Great. What's next? Oh yeah, come back over here. So we did that. And once we've done that with the score label, we will repeat the changes for the message and start button nodes. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to do message. Come down here. Theme override. Yeah. Font size. No, fonts. Empty. Actually, you know what? Here's fonts over here. Let's just grab it. Because it's got to be like the other one, right? Zolonium regular. Let's grab it and just toss it in there. Boom. Perfect. Font size. 64. Looks fantastic. Let's go do start button and do the same thing. Theme override. Fonts. Zolonium regular. Right in there. Font sizes. 64. Enter. All right. So now we got all of them doing what the thing says. All right. So here's another note. Anchors control nodes. Oh, back up. Anchors. Control nodes have a position and size, but they also have anchors. Anchors define the origin or the reference point for the edges of the node. Okay. We're going to arrange the nodes as shown below. We can drag the nodes to place them manually, or for more precise placement, use anchor presets, pardon me. Yes, these right here. So we're going to use those, but let's go down here because it's going to say exactly what to do to get this exact effect. Right here. So we got score label first. Add the text 0. Let's start off with that. Score label. Add the text 0. Let's come up here. 0. Fantastic. Now what? Set the horizontal alignment and vertical alignment to center. All right. So we've got horizontal and vertical right here. We're going to change them both to center. Okay. So let's come back over here. Choose anchor preset center top. Remember the anchor preset is this green arrow, maybe even a cross. No, it's scissors. This green circle with scissors in it. Maybe that's what that is. Ooh, I don't care. Let's just go over here. Center top looks like this one. Bam. And so we got that right there. Zoom out a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. Have a look. Okay, so that's good. So let's go to the next part. Message. So we're going to add the text, dodge the creeps. Let's just take this. This isn't 2023. This isn't 2024. We know how to type. We also know how to cut and paste. Dodge the creeps right here in message. Let's go up here. Paste. Okay. We'll fix the alignment later. Let's come back over here. Set horizontal and vertical to center, just like the other one. Center. Center. Okay. Come back over here. Auto wrap mode to word. Otherwise, the label will stay on one line. Auto wrap mode to word. Auto wrap mode right here to word. Boink. There we go. Now what? Under control, layout, transform, we're going to set size X to 480 to use the entire width of the screen. Okay, so Control layout transform. Control right here. Okay, let's bring this down. Control layer layout. My bad. Transform. What are we doing? What did you say? X to 480, of course. How could I forget? That doesn't look right, though. That's not transform. No, here's transform. What is this? I don't know. All right, X to 480. Let's go. Here's... Is it size or position? Size X to 480. Let's do it. Size X 480. Enter. Okay. And now what we want to do is choose anchor preset center. We can do that. Anchor preset right here, center. Okay, so we got that going on. Let's do start button. What are we doing for this? Add the text start, of course. Start. All right. So it's got a little black background right there. Let's go to the next thing. So under control layout transform, we're going to set size X to 200. Yes. And size Y to 100. So it's going to be a horizontal rectangle. Let's do that. We've done this before. Let's come back down here. Control layout. I see it right there. Make this go down. Transform. Rectangle. So 200 here. 100 on Y. Okay. Next. Anchor preset. Center bottom. We can do that. Anchor preset. Center bottom. Boom. Next. Position Y to control layer transform. Layout transform. Position Y 580. Okay. We should have done that when we were doing this, but whatever. Well, let's turn this 620 to 580. Okay, great. So now we got that. Now what? On the message timer, we're going to set the wait time to 2 and set the one-shot property to on. We got to figure out what that means. Message timer, wait time to 2. I know what that means. But what's one-shot? You got a tooltip? Okay. If true, the timer will stop after reaching the end. Oh, yeah. So 2 seconds. Otherwise, as by default, the timer will automatically restart. What? I don't know what that means. All right, so we got that. Let's go back here. We did that. Now add this script to HUD. Okay, so we're going to make a script and we're going to add this to it. So let's copy this. Let's come over here. Let's do the script. Let's highlight HUD. Do the script thing. Say create. Do Control A, Control V, and that's how we'll start this one off. All right. So we now want to display a message temporarily, such as get ready. So we're going to add the following code. Okay. Let's look at this. Signal start game. Okay, so this is, we're making a custom signal here. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure this just slaps something in there. I don't remember. I'm not too sure what custom signals do yet. But we'll see. We'll see later. Here we go. The following code is going to be in there. Let's get this and let's toss it in and then we'll look at it. What do you want? What is that? We want to display a message temporarily such as get ready. So we add the following code. Okay. So what's this going to do? Func show message text is the parameter. So message.text, I think this is an actual method on this or something, whatever. Now equals whatever this text is. So this text is like a method or just accesses the text property of this. And this text is this text. Great. Message.show, this is going to be a function to show the message. Okay. And then message timer start starts the timer. Okay. Did we already throw that in there? Let's go look. That looks good. All right, let's go to this part. So we also need to process what happens when the player loses. The code below will show game over for 2 seconds, then return to the title screen, and after a brief pause, show the start button. What? Oh yeah. The code below will show game over for 2 seconds, then return to this title screen after a brief pause to show the start button. Okay. So it shows this, pause, shows the start again. Okay. Let's just take this and bring it over there. All right. So there's that right there. And let's come back over here and see what's next. Actually, let's look at this a little bit. So we're going to show message game over. Oh. Okay. Oh, so it's going to be this. Show message and then the text is going to be game over. Okay, cool. Await message timer dot timeout. So it's waiting for this. Wait until the message timer has counted down. Okay. So once this is done, this will happen. Okay. So message.text dodge the creeps. We'll change the message.text to this and show it. Okay. Make a one-shot timer and wait for it to finish. That's this. Okay. And then await get tree.create timer 1.timeout. Okay. That shows, and then it'll show the start button. Okay, cool. And then this says pretty much exactly what this says, except for it's a little bit different. But this second sentence is exactly the same as this one. Yes. Anyway, we'll read it anyway. This function is called when the player loses, this one. And it will show game over for 2 seconds, then return to the title screen. Game over for 2 seconds, then return to the title screen. I guess this. And after a brief pause, show the start button. And that's the brief pause. Okay. So when it says go return to the title screen, it just means put dodge the creeps on there instead of whatever it was, which was nothing. But whatever. Anyway, note, when we need to pause for a brief time, an alternative to using a timer node is to use the scene tree's create timer function. So this thing right here. This can be very useful to add delays such as the above code where we want to wait some time before showing the start button. True. Also, this get tree thing. We're going to have to figure out what that is. But anyway, we'll figure that out later. That's going to be an advanced topic. We're going to add the code below to HUD to update the score. Okay. So we're going to do this function update score. It's going to take a score as an argument. This is the parameter, the score parameter. We're going to have score label.text and we're going to change it to the string of whatever the score is. So it's going to come in as an integer and it'll leave via this as a string. All right, how about that? Let's not really leave, but it'll go on the screen like that. All right, so here we go. Let's grab that. We copied it. Let's drop this down 1, 2, backspace. Actually, let's backspace this one and drop it down again. And there we go. Let's clean this one up too. Let's clean any of them that are. Oh yeah, this. It's got this like VS Code. That's cool. Or Visual Studio, I should say. So let's go back. All right, so we did that. And now we're going to connect the pressed signal of the start button and the timeout signal of the message timer to the HUD. Then we're going to add the following code to the new functions. So first, let's connect these, pressed of the start button and timeout of message timer. Then we'll just copy paste this stuff. So let's do that. Pressed timeout. All right, start button, node, pressed, double click, yes. Message timer, node, timeout, double click, connect. All right, so we got those two right there. And we can come over here and we can just copy this whole thing and just drop it all off. from all of 30 to all of 25. Drop it off like that. And so whenever the start button gets pressed, the start button is going to hide itself, and then start game will be emitted. So wherever start game is, it'll start up. And then func on message timer timeout will hide the message whenever the message timer times out. Okay. Sounds good. Let's come down here. Connecting HUD to main. So now that we're done creating the HUD scene, we're going to go back to main. Let's do that. And let's do a Control S while we're at it. Control S on here. Let's save it as HUD. Save. Boom. So let's go back to main. Main's right here. Now let's see what they want. We're going to instance the HUD scene in our main like we did the player scene. So we're going to have the HUD in there too. The scene tree should look like this, so make sure we don't miss anything. All right, so we're going to add this HUD scene to the main. So let's go over here, highlight main. It's already highlighted for us. And then we're going to do this link thing. Remember that? Link. And then we'll throw HUD in there. HUD.text scene. Boom. Here we go. Another one. Let's come back over here and see what's next. So now we need to connect the HUD functionally to our main script. This requires a few additions to the main scene. In the node tab, we're going to connect the HUD's start game signal to the new game function of the main node by clicking the pick button in the connect a signal window and selecting the new game method or type new game below receiver method in the window. That's a 3-line sentence right there. Let's try this. Node tab, connect the HUD's start game. Node tab. Let's go that. Let's do that first. HUD node tab. Okay, we got start game right there. I'm sure they said something about that. Start game signal to the new game function. Start game signal to the new game function. New game function. What? Do we double click start game? Huh? Of the main, by clicking the pick button in the connected signal. All right, so let's go do that. Picking, okay, we got pick right now in connected signal. All right, there's that. And there's new game right there. Okay, let's see. And selecting the new game method or type new game below receiver method. So we can do this. Hold on. This thing better not have froze up. You son of a... You piece of work. Whatever. We've been using it all day, right? Let's open this up. What did we do last? Yeah, okay, we did, no. Okay, yeah, we did message timer timeout. So we came over to mob. We came over to main. Yeah. And so we need to add the thing again. All right, mob HUD. HUD.text scene. There's that. Now we're going over to node. We got start game. We said pick. And now we're clicking new game. Okay, there we go. And we could have clicked new game. We could have typed out new game in here and it would have found it for us maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're back in business. We did that. And we're going to verify that the green connection now appears next to func new game in the script. All right. So let's connect it. Func new game now has this connection thing. Great. So let's come over here. And we did that. In new game, we're going to update the score display and show the get ready message. So we're going to have HUD.update score, HUD.show message, get ready. Let's do that. So this is going in the new game, which is right here. And we'll drop it right here. And we'll go home and tab this one over one. All right, great. So we got that. Now we're going to come over here and look at what's next. So in game over, we need to call the corresponding HUD function. So let's grab this and throw this in game over. HUD.show game over. Game over, where you at? Right here. HUD.show game over. Right there. All right, what's next? We did that. So update score. No, we didn't do that. All right, finally, we're going to add this on score timer timeout to keep the display, finally, we're going to add this to on score timer timeout to keep the display in sync with this changing score. Oh, true. We need to update it. All right, so let's get this and put this on score timer timeout. On score timer timeout. Where are you? Right here. Let's add it right here. All right, update the score. Boom. Looks great. Let's see what's next. Warning. Remember to remove the call to new game from ready. Ready. Pass. We already have pass in there. Great. If we haven't already, otherwise our game will start automatically. Great. So now we're ready to play. Let's click the play the project button. Let's go F5. Let's see what we got. Come on. Start. Get ready. I'm ready. Take your time. Wow, that's fast. 2 seconds. Look, I know I got 3 in me. That thing came right for me. Those ones are fast. 4 seconds. New personal record, right? New PR. Okay, fantastic. Let's go back to this thing. So now we're on to removing old creeps. We're not done yet. If we play until game over and then start a new game right away, the creeps from the previous game, hold on, may still be on the screen. Is that so? Do it. Dodge them. Let's go. Come on. No, just get out of my way. Wait, the arms aren't even, we coded the, never mind. Oh, we didn't start it fast enough. There weren't enough guys on the screen. Let's do it again. Come on. 10 guys. 3, 4, 5. No, more. Okay, there we go. Start. I couldn't do it fast enough. Anyway, we'll take their word for it. This is a video, not a demonstration. All right, so here we are. So it would be better if they all disappeared at the start of a new game. Okay. We just need a way to tell all the mobs to remove themselves. So we can do this with the group feature, okay? So in the mob scene, we're going to select the root node and click the node tab next to the inspector. In the mob scene, root node, group. In the mob scene, select the, anyway, whatever. We're trying to get this on the screen from mob. Let's do that. Mob. Huh? Mob. Groups. Scene group. Okay, good. So in the mob scene, we need to select a root and then click the node tab to the next to the inspector, the same place where we find the node signals. Next to the signals, click groups. This one here to open the group overview and click the plus button to open the create new group dialog. So let's click this to create the dialog. Where are we? Right here? Boom. There it is. So now that we're here, we're going to name the group mobs and click OK to add the new scene group. Let's do that. Mobs. Okay. I press enter, but same thing. Anyway, there we go. So now all mobs will be in the mobs group, turns out. So we can then add the following line to the new game function in main. Get tree.call groups mobs queue free, right? And I don't remember when it was before, but queue free makes everything disappear. So let's grab this, and this is going into main new game. Let's do that. Main new game. Where's new game? Right here. Boom. There's another one. All right. So let's check this out. The call group function calls the named function on every node in a group. In this case, we're telling every mob to delete itself. Okay. The game's mostly done at this point. In the next and last part, we're going to polish it a bit by adding a background, looping music, and some keyboard shortcuts. Okay. Let's run it again. Just why not? Start, dodge them. Let's go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Up. And it disappeared. We're going to say it disappeared. All right, great. So let's go over here. That's the end of that. 34 comments. I'm sure if the plus 53 replies, that's a lot actually. Was that like 87 different messages? So if you want to check out these 87 messages, they're right here. You can check them all out if you feel like it. There we go. Next. So now we're on to finishing up, and we'll see you next time.